Jimmy, how old were you when you first started playing cricket?
I was probably quite young, I was 5 or 6 probably.
Who introduced you to the game?
My dad. Ever since I can remember, he took me down to Burnley Cricket Club where I used to play, and he's captain of the second team, and from when I could walk really, I think.
When did you decide that you wanted to be a professional cricketer?
For me, I don't think it was a case of wanting to be there wasn't a certain point when I wanted to be a professional cricketer. I always wanted to be a cricketer, but I thought it was sort of just a dream sort of thing. But then when I was sort of 16, 17, I started playing county age groups, and then when I was 18 I was offered a contract at Lancashire, so it was just sort of, it all happened at once.
Who's been the single biggest influence in your career to date?
Probably Nasser Hussain. I mean, with me starting pretty young, he was very good in sort of helping me settle into the side and deal with the pressure that was involved at that time.
So how did it feel when you became the first Englishman to take a one-day international hat-trick?
Yeah, it was special, very special. I remember I'd taken one earlier in that season in first class cricket for Lancashire, and really enjoyed that. But then to do it on the international stage was just a massive thing for me, and I think probably Freddie was the first one to come and congratulate me and just lifted me in the air. Yeah, after the second wicket I thought I could, I've just got to make sure that this ball goes exactly where I want it to, and if it's anywhere near then I've got a pretty good chance.
How important is it to play cricket with a smile on your face?
Very, very important.
Kevin, does everyone know you as KP?
Majority of the people I reckon in England know me in KP, but I came over from South Africa with everybody calling me PD or Capes or whatever it is. Yeah.
How old were you when you first started playing cricket?
In the Southern Hemisphere, I reckon it is a fact that you can give given a cricket bat and you can get given a cricket ball and a rugby ball from a young age and play with that. Whereas here in England, you get given a soccer ball or a football and kick around with that. So I reckon as soon as I started walking, or as soon as I started, or had the ability to pick up a bat and hit ball, and it was all with a cricket bat and ball.
At what point did you decide that you wanted to play for England?
I do remember playing from an early age. My mum's English and all that kind of stuff, and she still kept an eye on England, and we always kept a run of scores and runs of watched the soccer, and we watched the rugby. So basically, it's been in me to watch the English and support the English.
Who's been the single biggest influence in your career?
I'd say Graham Ford, the ex-South African cricket coach. He was instrumental in bringing me up. When I went to Merchiston, he was one of my teachers there. When I went through the ranks, he pulled me through the ranks, and he definitely helped me along from a young age and sorted me out.
Is there a special way a Woodworm 50 or 100 should be celebrated?
I think Freddie's led the way with the celebration, and I think as a Woodworm player, you can be celebrating like Freddie does.
Fred, how old were you when you first started playing cricket?
I played my first game at 6 for my club side at the time, which was Dutton Forshaws. And since I can remember, myself and my brother, we've been pushed around cricket grounds and prams, and then progressed to playing on the side, and progressed to playing on the same side as my dad. I always wanted to be a cricketer from a young age, probably being 6 or 7. It's a game which I've loved. Probably didn't realise you could make a profession out of it up until being about 14. I just thought it was a game you played. I didn't realise you could get paid. You could do it for a job. So around about 14, 15, definitely, when I played for the second team at Lancashire, I realised that maybe I got a chance of making this my living.
And at what point thereafter do you think, I've got a chance of playing for England?
Yeah, I always hoped I had a chance of playing for England. Played for an under-19 system. Played for England quite early, then the wheels fell off. And I was out in the wilderness for a while, for one reason or another. But I always hoped I'd play. And obviously I'm very pleased now playing for a side which is successful and contributing to it.
Who's been the biggest influence on your career today?
My dad. My dad and my brother, my family. For reasons I said before, introducing me to the game. And there's been various people who've helped me along the way. There's a coach called Jim Kenyon. I was about 13, 14, helped me out quite a bit.
What's the secret to making it all the way to the very top of your profession?
I don't know. Probably taking me a while to find out. I think the main thing is enjoyment. I enjoy playing. You've got to be hungry, you've got to be wanting to win. You've got to be quite single-minded. Probably that's, for a period I was out a bit in the wilderness. I probably lost that single-mindedness and maybe a bit of drive.
In your Woodworm career to date, is there one six that stands out in the memory? And if so, which one and why?
It'd have to be the one at Edgbaston, Jimmy 167. It's quite freaky. My mum and dad were in the stands at the top somewhere. Swung through the line, ended up careering towards my dad. It landed in his lap, but unfortunately he dropped it.
When the third or fourth wicket falls and you know you're in next, how do you prepare for going out to bat?
Sit down with my feet up, watch a bit of cricket, watch the telly, see what's happening in the middle. Can a Red Bull, cup of coffee, and then out I go.
That's the moment we switch on.
Yeah, I think when the opening batsmen go out, if I'm going in at 6, probably for the first 2 wickets, I've just been messing around the dressing room, messing around with some of the lads. And then I think when I'm next in, I then sit down and take note of what's happening. I sit and study the game for a while, see who's bowling, see what the conditions are like, have my can of Red Bull. And as soon as it's my turn to go out there, I get out there as fast as I can.
If there is one tip that you'd like to pass on to youngsters about bowling, what would it be?
I think first and foremost you've got to enjoy it. Also as well, if you can bowl fast as a youngster, if you're running and bowl fast, don't get too carried away on the correct actions, just let it go. If you can spin it as hard as you can, then worry about the rest later.
Is there a special way a Woodworm 50 or 100 should be celebrated?
I tend to just pick my bat up reverse, like so, getting all the right labels in, and probably a couple of pints in the bar afterwards.
How important is it to play cricket with a smile on your face?
Yeah, I think so. It's a game which I love playing. For me, I go out on a cricket pitch wanting to enjoy the game of cricket. I want to enjoy playing. It's something I love doing.